Hey friends, and welcome to Arcade Treasure Center. My name is Roy. Well, I thought I'd do things a little bit different. I thought I'd show you a day in the life of what my day is and my life is of being an eBay reseller. So I thought I'd show you my routine of doing things. And to start off, the first thing I do is get up, get some coffee, do everything else like normal people do. And then I go over and check my computer. But before that, I also do have to say hello to my puppy dog. Well, there's one of them. That's Chrissy. Chrissy turns 15 on Christmas Day, which is coming up. Hi, Chrissy. So she's an old girl. Oh, yes. Say hi. So the first thing I do is come over here and sit down at my laptop computer. And I pull up the sales screen. And as of last night, I sold 7 items for $189.19. And that's a really good night of sales. For a small eBayer, that's a good night of sales. Now, big corporations, big eBayers, people that sell on other platforms and they have other sites to check, they may make more, and some people make less, but that's pretty good sales, so I'm happy. So the other thing is a lot of people will use their phone or the computer and they'll go pull the items and just package them up and ship them out. Well, as for me, that's what I do, but I do it a little bit different. What I actually do is take this page and I will print this page. And a lot of it is because of YouTube. I print the page off so that way I'll have an idea and keep track of what I'm doing. So when I'm doing YouTube, I'll be able to talk to you and explain to you the things that I've sold, and I have the prices and that kind of stuff with me. It's also real easy to see what I sold and what I've got to pull. So I can take this paper, and when I take my items and package them up, I can write the weights and everything on this paper. Let me show you an example. Over here, I put all my pages of things that sell, and let me find there's a good one. And of course, Kim files them for me. I'm just a paperwork kind of guy. I like to have the paperwork of stuff. But here's a page of some things that sold, so I print it off, and as you can see, it has all the weights and dimensions on the page. So that way I know when it's time to print off the labels, because I print my labels off in bulk. In other words, I print all my labels off at one time. Some people don't like to do that because they're afraid they're going to make mistakes, but I've found that that's a whole lot easier for me to do. So I just print them all off at one time. Yeah, I write the weights and dimensions of all the packages on that paper, which will be today's paper. It looks like I've sold a couple of records, and it also looks like I sold a Furby. In fact, I only had a couple Furbies left, but I sold this Furby. I got 2 of the same kind over here. They're not selling. I might have to change the prices on. But this one's a limited edition Furby, brand new, still in the box from 1997. So that's a really, really nice Furby, and I'll sit down right here for right now. So this limited edition Furby sold for $60 plus shipping. The buyer has $78 all in on this. But one of the other things I want to talk about is whenever I print off this paper, I can also look and see if there's any comments. I know if everything's going international. It tells me all my prices, weight. So this is an easy way for me to do that. That's the other reason why I do that. But I did sell 2 records. So we're going to look in here for the records. Actually, I need to look to see what records sold. It was Johnny Horton, Greatest Hits, and Bill Haley and the Comets, Rock Around the Clock. That's some good ones. There's some, of course, they're old records, and if you're not a person that listens to older records, or you're not an older age or anything, you probably don't know some of these. Let's see, Johnny Horton was the first one, so let's go to H's. There it is, Johnny Horton's Greatest Hits. And I don't know how well you can see this, but there it is. Johnny Horton's Greatest Hits. Let me set this up here. That record right there sold for $10.99 plus shipping, and it goes out media mail. And the next record it sold, which again, some of you may have heard of and some of you may not have or don't even realize, is Bill Haley and the Comets, and it's Rock Around the Clock. So we're gonna go here for C's for clock. Rock Around the Clock. Kim's been doing all the alphabetical orders, and we decided to do last words or last names for the alphabetizing, and that's this one right here. So let me set this one down. All right, Rock Around the Clock, Bill Haley and the Comets. And there's Bill Haley. And this is an older record. This one's always, again, from the late 50s, early 60s. And if you don't know who Bill Haley in the Comics was, or Rock Around the Clock, if you're old enough to see the show or reruns of Happy Days and the Fonz, well, the theme song was Rock Around the Clock. And Rock Around the Clock goes to many other different movies it played in as well. Okay, that's a whole lot of information you don't need to know about. I get to rambling and I get to thinking about stuff. So anyway, but that record right there sold for $19.99 plus shipping. So that's a good record right there. So these records are really doing good for me. If you're new to the channel, I bought all these records for $50 and a whole bunch of cassette tapes for $40, and I haven't even got into the cassette tapes yet. And Kim's been helping me out. My wife, my lovely wife, has been helping me out with these records and doing a great job. So, back to what we were saying. I told you I ramble a lot. I get off track. All right, sales. Looks like the rest of the sales are out in my eBay room, which is really my shed garage area. So we're going to go ahead and head out there and see what else sold. All right, so this is my eBay room, and like I said, it's just kind of like a little shed garage, and I had to go back out and get my coffee cup because, like I said, I got to have my coffee in the morning. And this coffee cup has Cranky's Coffee, which is probably me if I don't drink coffee. But Cranky's Coffee, I don't know, I've never heard of it before. It's a restaurant style coffee mug. I picked this up at I think a garage sale for 25 cents. But I just thought it was neat. And if you know what Cranky's Coffee is, if you've ever heard of it, if it's in your area, because I've never heard of it, put down in the comments. Let me know. I'd like to be interested to know where Cranky's Coffee comes from. Anyway, back to the sales. So this is my eBay room. And if you look behind me, it is a tragic mess because I always keep this place in a tragic mess. No matter how many times I clean it up, I go out and I purchase new items, I buy stuff, I go through it, I empty it out, I put it on my table, I put it on the floor, and it gets a mess. But this is the room. And if you're, like I said, you're new to the channel, you've never seen it, this is my eBay room. And this is where I keep all my stock. And everything that's in the bins and stuff is listed, and everything you see out here lying around back there on the floor, yeah, that's all unlisted. So I got a lot of work I've got to do in here to keep all that cleaned up, listed, and put up several days worth, so it keeps me busy. But for the sales, to finish up what else sold today, so we don't ramble and ramble. I do a lot of rambling. All right, so the next time we're going to pick up is a keychain, and it's in the J1 bin. J1 bin is over here, and this is American Heart Association keychain, and it's underneath this one. So let me set this one down, and it's in this bin. Now normally I edit all this so you don't see me moving around so much. That's it right there. So this little keychain, this little American Heart Association keychain, sold for $6.99, and it does have the American Heart Association logo on it. And I picked up all these keychains, about 300 of them, for $1.99 a bag, and a bag held about 50 keychains in it. So these keychains right here are making the money back, and some, let me tell you. So I'm really happy about that. I normally edit out all this movement so you don't see me moving around, and then I go and put stuff down, and I just kind of keep setting stuff down. And now I'm getting a phone call from my wife, probably. It is. It's Kim calling. So let me answer this and see what she's doing. I'm good. All right, baby. Love you. Bye. So yeah, my wife Kim calls me, and she's so sweet. Anyway, okay, back to where we're at. The next item that's sold on the list is going to be in the N2 bin, and it is a lot of iPhone 7/8 phone cases. So come over here to the N2 bin. Let's see, I never did cover this one back up from whenever. So the N2 bin, and right back here is the iPhone 7/8 cases. Okay, so these iPhone 7/8 cases, some are used, some are brand new, but they're all in excellent condition. And these actually belong to my daughter. She bought several of these, and she was changing them out, and she got tired of changing out all the covers, and she was just, I guess whenever she went out and dressed up, or whenever it did things, she just wanted to get her iPhone to match her outfit. So she bought a bunch of covers and she realized that was just too much work for her. So she gave me all these iPhone covers. So they didn't cost me anything. And I decided to list them and sell them. And that's what I did. Now, what did they sell for? I don't remember. So let's go look. So I'll set these cases down here. And the cases sold for $11.99 plus shipping. So again, didn't cost me anything. iPhone 7, 8 cases are the older iPhones. So $11.99 plus shipping. And if you're wondering if I'm going to give my daughter the $11.99, no. She gets plenty from me. I did sell another item out of that end-tube bin we could have grabbed while we were there. So what did we sell? Let's get this, and it's right down here in the front. The Geico Gecko. Who doesn't like the Geico Gecko? And if you've seen those commercials, he's a cute little character. But this is actually a business card holder. So I saw this at a thrift shop up on the top shelf and thought, how could not somebody want the Geico Gecko business card holder? It was marked 99 cents. I picked it up and I knew that this was going to sell. Just took the need the right person, but I knew it was going to sell. I had it listed probably 3 weeks now, and this sold for $20 plus shipping. I think it was plus shipping. No, $20 free shipping. 99-cent deal, and this will wrap up into some bubble wrap and slide into a poly bag. Speaking of bubble wrap, yeah, I'm going to talk about it, and if you watch my videos, you know. Love this bubble wrap. This is from American Bubble Boy. I do have an affiliate link, so if you need bubble wrap of any size or any kind, this is probably the best quality bubble wrap I've ever seen at the cheapest price I've ever seen. You can find rolls half this size at different various stores. You can find rolls this size, like say like Walmart or a super center like that, and they're going to charge you a lot of money. You can buy large bubble wrap, thick bubble wrap, big bubbles, small bubbles. And if you want and you have any interest in that, the link's going to be in the description down below. Use the affiliate link and get a great discount. All right, back to the sales. So the 7th item that I sold today is going to be in one of these tubs, and I'm going to have to move stuff around, and I'm going to have to dig into this tub. So let me dig in the tub and I'll show you what it is. All right, so I figured it would be in the bottom tub, and this is it right here. Okay, so this is a Cattleman Western shirt. It does have those pearl snaps that I talk about all the time. Western shirts with pearl snaps sell for great money. Pick them up when you see them. This one here sold for $18 plus shipping. And this was probably purchased either at a thrift shop or garage sale. And I'll tell you, I probably didn't pay but maybe $1, $2 for it at the most. So those are all the 7 items that sold overnight last night for a little over $189. I'm gonna get them all wrapped up and shipped out. And I did go and get my chest harness. This is my GoPro chest harness, because that's what I'm looking at and viewing to you with, is a GoPro. And the GoPro is what I use when I go to garage sales and thrift shops. And I either use the chest harness or I've got a backpack with a GoPro mount on there. But I went ahead and put the chest harness on so that way I could put the GoPro on here, because this is a day in a life video and I'm going to show you how I wrap up all these items. It's real simple and real easy to do, and I'll show you what I mean that I explained earlier about writing all the weights and measurements on that paper to keep track of everything. So let me get the camera and mount it on here and I'll show you. All right, so I got the GoPro mounted on me so you get the same view that I do and you can see what I'm doing. Now, what I do is I take my paper, I'll keep it over here, and I'll get a scale out. Now, I actually have 2 scales. I have a regular Accutech scale, or any kind of digital postal scale will work. This one goes up to 50 pounds. And then I have this other one, which has the extendable reader, and that goes up to 110 pounds, and that way I have it for bigger boxes. This one's the one I use 99% of the time, so we'll just put it up here. And the other thing that I get is back here, I keep my business cards. Now, I write a thank you note on every one of them, and these say thank you, and they have my YouTube channel, obviously. But the main thing is it says come visit our Arcade Treasure Center eBay store, so that way people want to come back and buy things again. And on the back, I'll actually write thank you one more time. And you'll be surprised at how many positive feedbacks I've gotten that said, you know, I really appreciate you putting in the time and effort to say thank you, a personalized thank you. It was awesome. Now, there's all kinds of cards. I have ones that I've purchased that just say make sure you leave feedback, 5 stars, eBay, Arcade Treasure Center. There's other kinds you can buy. You can get postcards, like I've got mine with the actual Arcade Treasure Center postcard, and I can write on the back. Or there's ones you can buy from eBay, and especially if you have an eBay store and you get the eBay coupon, you can go to the eBay store and you can pick up thank you cards, and it has a little thing, your order made my day. I hope this package makes yours, and you can sign it if you want to. I've got all kinds of different things. Plus I've got little thank you stickers right here and little eBay stickers right there. And whenever I sell something to a viewer, not only do I include a card and a nice little note, but I'll throw in some Arcade Treasure Center stickers as well. So let's start off with the easiest items first. And of course, the smaller ones usually or generally are going to be your easier ones. But I'm going to go ahead and take my little business card, right? Thank you. And I will do these on each one of them, and I won't bother you with the time of showing you that I wrote on each one. I'll just fast forward real quick. All right, so I got thank you written on all those. Didn't take me but really a second, and I'll just set those down. Now I'm going to take this item. It's an easy item. It's easy to wrap. It's already in a bag, and I do have these. Many people ask about these bags, and I'll put a link down in the description down below, and you can see they come in all different sizes. I have them all right through here, and there's 10 by 15s, 9 by 12, 6 by 9, some smaller ones, and in the back there I have some large ones for large stuff. So I do buy these, and you can generally buy them like in a bulk of 100 or 200, 1,000. I buy them 1,000 because it's cheaper, and they're really inexpensive. But like I said, I'll put a link in the description down below. And once I put it in there, it's so nice. Now I could have already had one of these cards pre-written, thank you, and put in there, but I do it at the time of purchase. And then I put my custom SKU label on there so that way I can find it real easy. But it's just going to go in a poly bag. Now again, I'm just going to use a regular poly bag, but if you go to the eBay store, again, if you have an eBay store and you go to the eBay business stuff, you can get these, and if you have an eBay coupon, you can get these for free, and these were free. So what I'm going to do is, when I showed you those stickers earlier, this is what I generally do. I'll go ahead and grab these stickers and bring them over here. But generally, I keep those stickers over on that shelf. And what I'll do is, again, I'm kind of like saying, throw this in the trash. I'm kind of like saying thank you about 1 billion times, but it really means a lot, and people really do appreciate it. I'm going to tell you. And I do that right there. Then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to slide it into here. Pull off a little cellophane. Fold it up. Now all I got to do is weigh this item. Turn my scale on. And it weighs 1 pound exactly. Now, 1 pound can still go out first class if you use the eBay shipping program. If you're going to take your packages and you go over to the post office, 1 pound is going to charge you a priority price. But because I'm using eBay and many other places, if you use other shipping sites or other stuff to buy your labels, you get a discount. Post office recognizes 13 ounces and below for first class, but shipping discount places and like buying labels off eBay recognizes 16 ounces and below, which is 1 pound. So this is going to be 16 ounces first class, and I don't have to measure it. Anything that's first class, you don't have to measure it. So that's it. That's simple for that. Next item, the Geico Gecko. So for the Geico Gecko, normally I'd take a little bubble wrap, stick them around there just to make a little package a little better. But I happen to come across a whole box of these CD poly bells, and I got them for like the whole box for like $5 at a garage sale. So that was pretty awesome. So what I'll do is I'll take this and I'll stick them in there. I guess I could have put the card in, but I'll go ahead and take the card, put this there. Now, like I said, I got these stickers, I got the eBay stickers. These are the ones I just purchased, and it says eBay on it, and real fine print says thank you. But I'll put that on there. Then I'll take that and stick it in another poly bag. So it's basically the same thing as I was doing by just using the bubble wrap. And I'll go ahead and put it on there. We'll weigh it out, and it's going to weigh 3 ounces. 2.8 ounces rounded up, 3 ounces, and it's right here, 3 ounces. And I don't have to write first class because I know it's going to be first class. All right. Well, this little guy, this is another one of those simple little things. Like I said, simple as can be. Actually, you know what? I'll show you. I got this little guy right here. This is one of those little poly mailer or little clear things. And make sure you get the ones that have a suffocation warning on them. Some of these that are bigger have bigger suffocation warnings. You can see right there. This has a little tiny thing just for kids so they don't get, it tells you don't let a kid put it over their head, but it's also good protection and safety. So we're going to stick that in there, put in the business card that says thank you, and seal it up. Tell me this is going to look professional. Tell me how that doesn't look professional. Nice, crisp, clean. And I'm going to tell you, believe it or not, 30 and older won't really know. You like receiving packages, you just want to know what's in your package. But if you're younger than 30, especially millennials and so forth, they actually like packages that look super pretty. Many people will look at packaging when they look at items that they're going to buy. And if it looks nice, that's what they do, is they buy it because of both the item they wanted and packaging. Crazy, isn't it? But yeah, there's a whole research done on that, and it showed relevancy. Okay, and this is going to be 1.2 eBay. Anything under 3 ounces still has to go out at a 3 ounce rate. Actually 4 ounce rate. 0 to 4 ounces is the same price for eBay to get the tracking number and a label. So we're going to say 3 ounces. 3 ounces. I'm about to make a major mistake I forgot to tell you. What I'll do is take the zip code and write the zip code on there, 19083, and I also put the person's initials on there, which sometimes changes depending on how they did their label, but that way I can keep track of it. This was the Geico Gecko, so let me do this real quick. 57006, and this is going to get covered up with the label when I stick it on there. G and 61870. This is where it's getting sent to, and the person's initials are RR. When I print off all the labels, I know which package is going to go on, and if any zip code ever is the same, which I've never really ran into, but I think one time, if the zip code is the same, then I have the initials to look at also. So these, since there's soft cases, hard cases, are going to go into a box. So back here, I'm sorry it's behind all this stuff here, but I have different size boxes. There's 4x6, 6x6, 8x6x4s, and I'm going to assume that this one, actually I got a used box. I don't use used boxes too often, but when a used box is in good condition, this one is something I ordered a while back, so when it's in good condition, I'll go ahead and kind of reuse it. So what I'll do on this case is I won't use bubble wrap, but I'll use eBay paper I get from the eBay store, and I'll just wrap it up, stick it in the box, and tape it up. And I'll take the eBay tape and I'll go over the box and cover up all those little stickers. So that's covered up. Then when I print my label, I'll stick it right over that one. So let's go ahead and weigh this out. 14.1 ounces. Technically, right now it's saying 14. So it's right at 14. So I'm going to say 14 ounces. Just because now it says 14.1. Technically, you probably could get away with 14, but they're supposed to round up. Anything over that number, you're supposed to round up. But anything over 14. So if that said 14.1, I'd have gone at 15. Just because, just be safe. And again, because this is first class, I don't have to measure the box out, but I do have to put down 87121, and this is going to, all right, so I've got that marked. Now we're starting to get into some bigger items. Now we're getting into the Furby. Now the Furby I want to protect. This is brand new 1997 vintage stock, so I want to protect this one, and it's limited edition. They paid $60 for it. So let's get this thing wrapped up really carefully. Let me grab it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the boxes and then I'll show you. 8 by 8 by 8 will work. 8 by 8 by 8 will work. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tape this up. Now I'll put extra tape on here in a minute, but we got that. Now we want to wrap this up with that bubble wrap. So we're going to take this bubble wrap up here. There it is. All right. So we're going to take this guy and wrap him in some bubble wrap. We're going to wrap him up really good. Now in this case, what I'm going to do is a little different. I'm going to take my thank you card and put it in. And I'm actually sliding my little thank you card in with here, so that way I'm going to take either some tape, or in this case like a thank you sticky, and put it on there just to hold that. You remember I said I had some big clear polys like this, and they had that suffocation warning label on there. Go ahead and tell you it's for safety. What I'm going to do is take this and put it inside here. Now you don't have to do all this. I just do it because it looks nice. It doesn't take much time, and I have 100% positive feedback. And like I said, my feedback is from everything from the items I sell to the packaging. Look at that. Professional. Look at that. Nice, protected, covered up. Looks great. It's going to get there nice and safe. We're going to put that in there. Man, that's going to be great. Okay. I don't even think we need any void fill on this. Alright, so that's going to get taped up. And I'm going to go ahead and use the eBay tape. Look at that. Sealed and secured. Now this is going to be way over a pound, and it's going to go out priority. So we're going to go ahead and take it. We're going to weigh it. 1.3 ounces, got to round up to 2 pounds. So on my paper, I'm going to write 2 pounds. Now we're going to measure it. It's an 8 by 8 by 8 box, but sometimes things aren't quite what they seem. That's 8. That's 8. And this is 8.5, so it's 9. So we're going to say 8 by 8 by 9. And this person paid shipping for 2 pounds, because when I listed it at what it would probably sell for. And sometimes you see these boxes, sometimes you got this little seam right here. What I like to do, I don't do it on every box, but occasionally what I will do is throw a little bit of tape on there, so that way it keeps that seam closed. If it was had something was to squish on it, it wouldn't pop open. Because some things are just a little, I don't know. Anyway, so the other thing I'm going to do is go back and, like I said, is write that zip code on there, 39208, and this is going to DW. All right, so I got those all wrapped up, ready to go. All right, when it comes to records, this is the box I use. I order these boxes by the 100. They're actually LP mailing boxes, and they come so they fold up in different widths, and they can fold up. You can see here when it folds over, it can do it at different sizes, and the record will go right in. Now a lot of people will take their record, say like this, and they'll put it in there, fold it up, and mail it out. Problem is, if something hits this, it could bust a record, especially if it's a fragile record. So what I do is I go ahead and make some padding covers. The other thing that I do is I use a sheet of bubble wrap. So I want to make sure these are really well protected. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put down a sheet of bubble wrap like so. Then I'm going to take my little cardboard, and I'm going to take my little thank you card. I'll put it down so you see thank you. Just take the record, lay it on top. take another little piece of padding there, take one more piece of bubble wrap and lay it on top. Then this will fold in like this. This will fold in like that. This will fold over. And this will fold over. Now I just tape it up and it is sealed and solid. Let me get taped up and I will show you what I'm talking about. So, tell me that isn't good and secure. Look at that. Solid, protected, poundable. Man, that thing is great. So that's how I wrap up a record. Now let's go ahead and weigh this record out. Let me grab my scale back again. And the records will generally always go out at a 2-pound rate, but it's mailed out at media. A single record, once it's wrapped up like that, a little over a pound, so it's 2 pounds, but it's media mail. 2 pounds media mail, this size is going to be about $3.50, and I do charge the buyer when I sell any items that's like media mail. I generally charge the buyer $3.50. Isn't very much. 2 pounds, and I'm going to write media so I remember. And also I know the measurements, but it's 13 by 13. These are 12 by 12 boxes, but when they're folded, or 13 by 13 boxes, and that's about what they stay when they're measured. 13, 13, and generally 1 or 2 inches when it, so 13 by 1. We're going to put the person's information on here. Well, look at this. So what I just realized is this record that I racked up, when I saw the name, is going out to a viewer of the channel and also a recent winner of a giveaway that we had for an eBay gift card. So Rusty, you getting the record in this box, and you didn't even leave a note or let me know, you sly dog. Well, you know what? I always throw stickers in with viewer sales, and even though you didn't say anything, I know who you are, so I'm actually going to cut this tape back open and slide some stickers in there for you. Whether you need them or not, they're going in there. So I appreciate the sale, Rusty. Thank you very much. So now that we're back inside the house, I got to prick the labels off of this, so I'm going to show you on my computer right here, and I'm going to do a screen record so that way you can see all that I'm doing, and then we're going to take the information from this page, put it on here, and print the labels off on my Rolo printer. Now we got the screen recording going, and we are still on the awaiting shipment page right here of the 1 of 7 items for $189.19, and these are the 7 items that we just got through packaging. So it's real simple. What I do from here is I go over here to where it says print shipping labels, and of course you can do one at a time, but if you click on that right here, when it takes you to the page of your order, and for instance this is the one right here, this is the wrestler shirt, but I don't want to print just this one shirt. This is where you would print just one label. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to go right up here, and as you can see up in this corner it says print labels in bulk. So I'm going to click on that. Now when I click, there it is. It comes up all my orders that are needing to be shipped out today. So at this point in time, what I do is I start taking and I start putting in the information. The shirt, remember, it was weighed exactly 1 pound, but we're not going to put in pound, we're going to put in ounces, 16 ounces. And we don't have to put in the measurements. Anything in first class, we don't have to put in measurements. And you can see here the buyer paid $6, and it's going to cost $5.96 to mail out. And if you saw originally, I had 10 ounces. I kind of know what the retail price of prices are versus what eBay is going to charge me, so I can kind of guesstimate right there. But you want to charge the appropriate amount, so when you weigh an item, know exactly what it weighs and charge the buyer that rate. If that way you're safe. Let me put in the next one. The next one was this one, going out to our friend Rusty. Thank you very much, Rusty. This weighed 2 pounds, and it's going to be 13 by 13 by 1. And as you can see, it's already set to medium mail, and this is going to cost $3.82. Now, remember I said it's about $3.20 for the, I want to say $3.25 right now for medium mail for 1 pound, but this is 2 pounds. So it cost $3.82. Now I actually a little bit over what I charged. The buyer paid $3.19 because I only had 1 pound down. But I know most records after I wrap them up are going to say 2 pounds, so that's what we're going to do. Now here we have the Furby. The Furby we said weighs 2 pounds. It's going to go out priority, and it's then the measurements are going to be 8 by 8 by 9, and the price here is going to be $9.32. The buyer paid $11.85. Anything over about $4, I'll generally refund the buyer, but since it's only not even $2, about $2 difference, I'm not going to refund at that point in time. And this will go out standard insurance. It's going here in the United States, so I'm not going to worry about anything like that. The little keychain right here, obviously that's 3 ounces. We don't have to change that. It already says 3 ounces. It's $3.65 to mail out. The iPhone covers, these were 14 ounces. Now I only charged 7 ounces because, again, I knew the buyer paid $5.25. I knew about what it was going to be. So let's go ahead and change this to 14 ounces. And now you can see it's $5.72. So a couple of cents difference I'm paying, but that's okay. Because in the long run, like I said back up here when we looked at different things like this, I kind of made $2 on that. So I mean, it balances out if you look at it that way. The other thing we sold was the Geico Gecko. This was free shipping, so I don't have to worry about it. It only cost me $1.99 to purchase. It's going out for 3 ounces, and it's only going to cost me $3.52 to mail out. So I still made a lot of good profit on that. The record, the buyer paid $3.82. It has a 2 pound rate. We did this one correctly with a listing of 2 pounds. And our measurements, we just got to change. Medium meal, you do have to put in the measurements. So that's what we're going to do. And of course, the buyer paid $3.82, and it's going to cost us $3.82 to mail out. So overall, when it's said and done, the total price for shipping of today's items, 7 items, is $35.81. And that will get subtracted from the $89.19. So, but you got to realize that a lot of that was total together that people paid for. So from here, now there's different things you can do. You can print a pick list if you want to, and what a pick list is a list of all the items. It'll give you the custom SKU numbers. It doesn't show you any pictures or anything like that, but if you want to print that, you could. Or you could just print this page here, and this page will give you all the information. And what this is basically it's kind of a secondary document. Now I do have, like I said, the page right here where we wrote all the information on. But if I print off this page, now I have all the accurate information, and if something was to come back where I had a refund, or the buyer had a question, or opened a case, or did something, which is very rare for me that happens, but if they were to do that, I have plenty of documentation to go back to, and I can pull it up without just going to the computer. I can pull up the paperwork. So we're going to go ahead and we print it out. Now, review purchases. We're going to go ahead and review our purchase. You can do things if you want to print off more documentation, you can. But here, before you click confirm and pay, you can look and make sure that you have everything wrote down correctly, the prices, everything you wanted, and I know they are. And you can have your pending payouts come out from here. They're going to deduct them from my pending payouts from my account, because I get paid weekly. Some people can get paid daily. I decided to do it weekly, so once a week eBay pays me my commission for selling on eBay. They pay me my sales money, and or you can have it come out of your PayPal account. And let's say you have it come out of your PayPal account. You don't have to have any money on PayPal if you have it connected to your checking account or anything. Then PayPal will automatically deduct that from your checking. So when it says PayPal account, even if you don't have any money in PayPal, they'll just take it straight out of your checking account. And if you have your payouts go into your checking account, it's still the same thing. And most checking accounts or other places don't charge anything. Me, I just do my pending payouts. I'm happy with everything here, so I'm going to click confirm and pay. 7 labels right here. 7 labels have been successfully generated and are ready to be printed. Now, if you wanted to print anything from here, you could print that pick list again if you wanted to. And this is the billing summary. If you want to, you can print off a billing summary. We'll go ahead and print that off. So you can keep everything for your tax records. You have things to look back at, stuff like that. You have all that information if you want to go back to it. That's printed document, and if you were to ever get audited, or you ever had a question, or your CPA or a lawyer, or whoever does your paperwork, if you don't do it, or whatever, if you do it yourself, you have something to go back to. But we're going to print it in bulk, And that's what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to say print labels and download labels. Now I'm going to tell you, when I print in bulk, I don't print labels, because if something messes up right here when you click print labels, it should go straight to your printer. But if something messes up, then you have to go back into the eBay label page and reprint all the labels again. What I do at this point in time is I go to download labels, and up here it will be my little download button, and there's my labels. So I can click on here, and here's all my labels. So if I was to accidentally close this out, I can still open it back up real simple. It's that easy. So I'm going to click print, and then I'm going to change it. Right now I got it set up for my OfficeJet printer. I'm going to change this to thermal printing. I don't have to change anything else other than paper size. For a Rolo paper or most thermal printers, they're generally 4x6 or they're 100 by 150. And it's easier just to remember 4 inches by 6 inches, 4 inches by 6. So we'll set up for that. And now we'll click print. And when I click print, the Rolo printer will start printing, and I'll show you that right now as I click print. Now it's going to come over here, and here's my Rolo printer, printing off all those wonderful labels. It'll print off 7 of them. Again, trying to keep some of these addresses from being shown, and it comes off that easy. 7 labels. And that's all there is to it. So it's real simple right now. All I gotta do is take the label, look at the name, the zip code, and the package. So this one here was 61870 and the person's initials, and that's all I gotta do on the label. And if I go from the order of the way they were on that paper, starting with the shirt, then that'd be the first one, and I can just go right down the line. So now it's time for me to take these packages to the post office and drop them off, and afterwards I'm going to go to either a thrift shop, or if I see any garage sales, I'll stop by at a garage sale. And if you like this kind of video, or you like those kinds of videos that I just mentioned, then you're more than welcome to go ahead and watch any one of these videos right here.